And welcome to Talking Time with Caffeine. As I set this up, sorry we're late. I'm setting this up today. I'm not going to be here, but I'll set this up and I can tell a story.
Yeah, Mario, tell me quick.
Okay, so something big happened on the Talking Time with Caffeine Facebook group. Anyways, so essentially what happened was Vandalia invited a few people into the group, and I don't know who they were. I thought they were going to be the people that were teaming up with us, which they ended up not being. And what these people did was they fucking decided to troll the group for whatever reason, and eventually Vandalia deleted a few of them, but left one of them, or at least I think one of them, maybe a couple, because he thought that the one person he left was mature. Unfortunately, that one person, he brought back the other people that Vandalia deleted, and they continued to troll. They went as far as posting naked pictures and a bunch of other profound things, and they kept saying their catchphrase, "Oops, sorry, wrong chat," and it got so bad that literally one of them actually kicked me off the group, which I didn't know that anyone that joins the group on Facebook could even just do that to people. On top of that, changed their names to the actual podcast group members, and I was fucking surprisingly up when this happened. I was up when they kicked me, so I proceeded to contact Vandalia, and unfortunately he wasn't up.
I was at work.
I told him essentially that he needed to get these fuckers out of the group, like, ASAP. They needed to get the fuck out of the door. And that morning, around 5 or 6 a.m., they got kicked off, and I learned that apparently if you have a Facebook group, it's really shitty because literally if you invite someone, that one person is by default a moderator, and there's two different things, moderator and admin. Admin is a higher up compared to moderator, but moderators, one of the things they're able to do is invite people and kick other people off, which is fucking bullshit. I thought it was so bullshit that literally I created a Discord server because I know for a fact that they have better admin setups than fucking Facebook. Like, what the hell, Facebook? It's so bad that literally you can only delete one post at a time. There's no mass post deletion or even a chat clear. There is no chat clear as far as I could find. So literally I had to delete all the messages one by one. And then I created the Discord server. I have to get another link because the link I provided was only available for a certain amount of time, so I gotta get another one up.
Before you go, wouldn't be a big surprise, but ta-da!
If you're trying to show me something, your camera's off.
Really? Oh, I forgot. Check the string. I'll give you a minute.
Hold on. Wow, I look on Discord and its loading thing said freaking elevator music. Oh, you got a Switch.
I joined the club.
Did you get Splatoon 2?
Can only pick one. No, I can only choose one game. So I got Odyssey.
Oh,
it was the cheaper of the two games. It was the cheaper of the two games. So I went for the cheaper one for now.
How is Mario Odyssey cheaper than Splatoon 2? Mario Odyssey literally came out like a month or two ago.
I don't know. It was $53, and Splatoon was $59. So
what the hell?
There we go. So now I've joined you and Snick on the Switch world. So we gotta friend each other on if there's friends. We gotta friend each other on these things sooner rather than later.
Okay. Here you go, people. There's a link. I think that might be a temporary link. You have like, I think an hour, 2 hours. You have 2 hours to join.
Yeah,
so.
And if you're an asshole, we will kick you.
Oh yeah, I'm the creator. I will fucking kick people out even if I'm not home. So.
I just realized the whole time I was trying to say shit and my mic was muted because I didn't want the stuff in the background to be picked up. Oh my god.
GG.
Wait. Can I say one thing before you go? Vandalia.
Yep.
Well, when Mario's case, he said that one guy, JAA, was going to be nicknamed Prince Asshole from now on. Well, did you say the name of the ringleader of the trolls was called Seacorn Jumbo or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his name no more. His name is Jumbo Shrek. Remember, Jumbo Shrek.
I'm all for that. At least I don't...
After all, if they were posting freaking naked pictures and everything, well, look at Brandon's Jumbo Shrek. That's basically Shrek's rape face, so... I know. That was the freaking nasty thing. But goddamn, they did nasty shit.
Actually, I do need to ask this question. Why did you invite those people in the first place?
Well, I didn't know they were gonna. I was Facebook friends with them for a few years. I didn't know they were gonna do that stuff.
But what was the purpose of you having them join the group? Like, what was the goal?
They want to discuss something, they said. I did, but I don't know. The point is they're assholes and it was a bad mistake.
No, they just wanted to promote the call of Jumbo Shrek, so there you go.
Well, did you hear about the actual group that's supposedly is going to join with us?
Oh, no, they haven't got back. I haven't that really joined with us. Really, it's a crossover.
Whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't heard back from them yet. But I did a podcast episode with one of them, like season 1. I've been keeping touch with him for a while, and he's in Europe. They're in Europe, so it's a time schedule thing. Trying to match up our schedules.
So they live in Europe, or they're visiting?
They live in Europe.
Oh.
So it's like
Where in
5.
Europe?
I don't know. It's like 5 a.m. right now. Like Germany, Sweden. I can't remember, but it's like about 5 or 4 right now in the morning.
4 or 5 in the morning, and it's 10. So let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So it's like a 6-hour difference. So basically, everyone would have to be available maybe midday on a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna get going now. Bye, people that are watching this on whatever.
Do that again.
What they say?
Okay.
Does she know she's live on the internet?
Like, that person is
No.
Oh God. Whoopsie. You should tell her that. Like, by the way, you're on YouTube.
By the way, I'm doing a podcast right now. This is live streaming.
Oh no! Oh Harry.
Not many, like maybe a handful.
Can you hear anyone speaking?
Yep.
In the background, maybe a bit. So, and I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a minute.
I'll busy staying up and wait for other people. Don't know why, but Mario always has better chat setup than I do. Let's see. Up. All right. Okay, down. Thank you. All right. Okay. Let's see. E13. Sorry for the if people are actually watching. Sorry for the none talking, but just happens. It's just on the fly. So. Oh. Who? Hold on. Damn it. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Hello? Hold on. Can I add him to this? Stupid people. Not stupid people, but still.
I'm back.
Hey. Alright, so tomorrow's the holiday, and none of us have a relationship for different reasons. But in spite of that, I figured we could talk about what we do like, what we hate. You saw what I hated. Stupid assholes on the internet.
Yeah.
But what do you like and hate?
What do I like and hate? I don't know. Same stuff as you, I guess.
Alright.
Also, I hate one really big thing I hate is when people treat their opinion as fact and they try to make other people accept it. That's why I've detoxed myself from a lot of reviewers on the internet, because it just, like, even if they don't intend it, it just feels like everyone says, oh, see, oh, this game sucks, and everyone knows it, right? Yeah, it sucked.
I only watched 2 reviewers now.
Who are they? I think I can imagine who. Who are they?
AVGN and Nostalgia Critic.
Oh my god, that's the same. Well, the thing is, I don't like the 2 of them, and I don't know, like,
I mainly watch them for their comedy than the extra reviews.
yeah, like, I'll admit, like, I used to watch a lot of reviewers, but I kind of hate the ones that do it like a news show. Like, the one thing, I would say the channel that talked about that did the remaster video, and they bashed the Silent Hill HD collection with inaccurate information. Like, that's what set me off and started making me more selective. So,
But mainly lately, I've been watching more educational videos than anything else.
Ew.
I do like.
also, I'm not. Well, sorry to interrupt. I'm not a fan of reviewers that do the JonTron style of review, because to me it's too ADD, and I don't like it that much.
I never watched JonTron that much, anyways.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I used to watch JonTron style reviewers all the time, like JonTron himself, Ken Icarus, and stuff like that. But to me, like, the ADD style editing, I call it ADD style editing because it's all over the place. Like, they just randomly segue. Like, I would say this one video that talked about, oh, what's the hardest game in the Souls series? This one woman made that video. It was like 30 minutes long. Basically, it was JonTron style review on crack. Like, literally, it seemed like every 10 seconds she was segueing away from the point of the video just to do a stupid gag. I didn't even make it 10 minutes into the half-hour video. It's like, it was like at that point, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
I really can't.
And by that point, I just gave up and I just stopped watching that kind of review, you know? But then I'm also not a big fan of reviewers that use the sarcastic style humor.
Like blaming.
Like, basically, they're very sarcastic at everything. Like, they just do everything with a straight face. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but...
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I said, yeah. I do watch. I've never been to reviews that much. I mean, I mainly, like I said, I mainly watch those 2 because they're funny, and I like. And sometimes in my life, I just gotta laugh at something, because life sucks sometimes, and that cheers me up.
I guess that's part of the reason I got a little upset about a month ago and even like last weekend, because honestly, Angry Grandpa was a channel I could always turn to for funny videos, but now Angry Grandpa is dead, so I can't quite do that no more.
You always watch the class.
I mean, yeah, I can, but after all, there's literally over 20-30 hours worth of Grandpa videos, a lot of which I haven't even watched yet.
Marathon time.
And then not to mention, there's even a channel called Angry Grandpa Movies, where literally there's 15 2 to 3 hour compilations of videos.
You know, maybe this weekend we should do like a tribute episode.
I already did a live stream that was tribute.
Yeah, that was on your channel.
Okay.
For my people, for my fans that aren't fans of yours too.
Okay.
I don't know, but or maybe you could host it, or I can host it. I don't know. I really don't know much about him.
I mean, I feel like the tribute I did's enough.
True, I guess so. I don't.
Yeah.
Never too many. There could never be too many tributes.
Yeah, I'll admit. Then but yeah, there's not many YouTubers I like watching. Like, it all depends. Like, it has to be the perfect blend of having a sense of humor that doesn't try to actively get in the way of the point of the video, as well as bringing up a lot of interesting points that no one else has. Like, for instance, I brought up specifically on one of my live Let's Plays that I watched this hour-long video that said if the Disney version of Doug was really a piece of crap or if it was underappreciated. The video itself was fine. Like, the woman that hosted that video, it was perfectly fine. But when she introduced the video, she played clips from numerous other creators, presumably on YouTube, that were just outright bashing it. And I noted, now I remember, this was in my Castlevania live stream.
Hey Sparrow. Hey Sparrow. Did Bailey or Rusev Day win? Yeah, I was wait for his. Rusev Day won. Poor Bailey.
Yeah.
I like Bailey. But anyways, go on.
So yeah, the video opens with clips of other content creators just bashing the Disney version of Doug. And one woman in one of these clips literally made the complaint that the show was bad. Like, oh, Nickelodeon's Doug's one of the best Nicktoons ever, but no one likes the Disney version. That one sucked. Doug's sleeves are not long. That is a Chris Chan level complaint, and I presume that creator got away with it, whereas Chris Chan, like, sure, he went farther by actually macing an innocent employee, but he did it for the same reason. Everyone's bashing him for it.
Yeah, to me, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't remember. I think I might have watched it on Disney, or I think it was on ABC, or
yeah, it was.
But I still remember watching it on Nickelodeon more than I do on ABC.
Well, the Nickelodeon version's more easily accessible because Disney never made their version commercially available, except for like some old VHS releases.
Well, I meant actually back then in the '90s, actually watching it when it was current.
Well,
live.
Nowadays, the Nickelodeon version's real easy to find. Just go on Hulu, and there's also a DVD release, though it seems to be out of print. Disney version, on the other hand, you could buy the movie on the Disney Movie Club.
Oh.
Or if you really wanted to, but other than that, you have to bootleg the rest of it. Like, you just have to watch like VHS rips on like YouTube or something.
Yeah, but really, except for a few things, Disney doesn't do that good of a job at stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, Disney can mess up things pretty bad. Like, especially if they acquire stuff. Like, for instance, most people who worked... Well, the thing is, both versions of the show had most of the original cast and crew. Most of the cast and crew agree the Disney version is definitely not up to par with the Nickelodeon version. Pretty much the only person who had no regrets working on the Disney version is the creator himself.
Like,
he basically said, "Oh, when Disney picked it up, it gave me a chance to tell more stories with the character." Though he did basically admit that he thought the Nickelodeon stories were better because Disney gave him a bit less creative control.
Yeah, like a few things Disney does good. Like I personally, I like what they've done with Star Wars and Marvel so far. You know, that thing, because I don't know if they're directly involved in them or there's like an umbrella company and letting them do their own thing. But they pretty much, except for a few seasons, they pretty much ruined Power Rangers for Disney. They bought them and then kind of went downhill. Except for a few seasons, some were good. Like
I mean, well,
RPM
yeah,
was good.
go on.
Like RPM was good, and I like Dino Thunder. But
I mean, the thing to remember with that is that Disney never wanted to make more. They basically just wanted the syndication rights. But because of the show's popularity, they were basically kind of held up at gunpoint by investors, and they were forced to make more. Which is why they did as much as they could to cut costs. That's why they moved filming to New Zealand, which, by the way, was a country where the show was banned.
I know, that's hilarious.
And that's why I need to watch Linkara's videos again, but I think they were making much more heavy use of footage from the Super Sentai series.
Yeah.
Like, basically filming less original stuff.
But really, I think they did. The funny is, I think they did a lot more of that when Saban bought it back.
I don't know. Maybe Nickelodeon gives them less money because, let's face it, Nickelodeon's not as rich as Disney.
I don't know if you were alive back then. Do you remember Nickelodeon Studios in Florida?
Actually, I do. In fact, I think I may have visited, because they didn't close down Nickelodeon's. Well, for one thing, I remember Nick Gas, which was a sister channel for Nickelodeon that actually aired all their game shows, and that was awesome back then because I would just turn it on if I had nothing better to watch. And but now the channel that used to have Nick Gas now has Teen Nick, which is still fine because I can watch Nick Splat at night. But even though Nicktoons was the original purpose, now it's 24 hours a day, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I remember the Nickelodeon Studios advertisements at the end of every game show, and I think because they didn't tear it down until like 2005 or 6, I may have visited Universal back when the studio was still standing, but I unfortunately can't tell you if I actually got to see it. Because I think there's a point in the park where you can just look across the water and then there it was. But I cannot tell you if I remember that. Like, I definitely did not go inside it, but I definitely went close to it. Oh, and I also remember they used to have a ride that's now taken up by the fucking Minions, which is stupid. But I did go on that ride twice, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching. I never went down there back in the day because I think I don't know. I don't know if it was even open when I went down to Florida in '93. By that point, but I know it's closed, pretty much closed now.
Yeah, basically, I saw a video series called Abandoned.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that too.
It did talk about what happened to the Nickelodeon studios in the aftermath. Supposedly, there were two buildings, like a big building and a little building. The big building was supposedly converted into the Blue Man Group building. But the little building was basically just abandoned. In fact, if you were actually to walk inside there, you'd still see the original Nickelodeon decorations.
I wonder if Disney could ever buy Nickelodeon. I don't know if what happened if Disney ever bought Nickelodeon. If is that even possible?
It'd probably be as catastrophic as them buying 20th Century.
Any word on that? Is it official or?
It's not official. So, in fact, I only know that because the president of Marvel noted how fans were excited to see the X-Men and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he basically told them, don't get your hopes up just yet. deal's not final.
Yeah, even if they are, the only problem is even if they are become part of the universe, it's gonna be probably most likely gonna be a whole new crew. I doubt they're gonna get the actors. They could try, I guess, from the other series, because
I mean, honestly, I would recommend it because I would recommend they try to work in the current universe with the, like, I would say they should try to work in the current universes together, even if it's or at the very least let the Deadpool actor stay put.
Yeah, mainly. I think the two people besides Deadpool, of course. I think people want to see Xavier and Wolverine. I think the two big ones.
Yeah, the only problem with that is that Hugh Jackman is basically retired, even though he might be coerced out of retirement with the opportunity.
And then there's Patrick Stewart.
Well, Patrick Stewart said he was always willing to come back if it looked like it was a really interesting project.
Yeah, but they might have to delay. Either they might who knows, they might delay the Infinity Wars, the X-Men come on.
Maybe
rewrite or do a part 3 of it. Right now the project it's a 2-parter, but then they might do a 3-parter.
Maybe.
All right. So, yeah, it's funny that it doesn't in places where they make stuff that they ban it, like it's like in New Zealand, they filmed the Power Rangers there. They can't watch it. No one can watch it in New Zealand. And like I think somewhere in Tennessee, they make alcohol, but they can't drink it. It's a dry county.
Huh.
like I forget what brand it is. It's a Tennessee. I think it's a Tennessee brand, but yeah, there's a factory there that makes whiskey or something, but no one in that company can drink it legally, at least.
Yeah.
I guess so. People don't drink on the job. So Sparrow, if you're still in chat, anything for the main topic and the holidays, anything you love and hate? And all right, so you want to start the daily onion segment where you tell your Snick story?
Well, the Daily Onion segment where Schnick Stories ties into the topic. It talks about fat. It talks about an egotistical. Okay. Meanwhile, I can't go outside because people are walking all the time. Like, people walk in the hallways all the time. And I don't know, it bugs me. But I can, I'm going to try it because I can't go in there either because you're playing a movie. Huh?
There's, I think the game room, they have like Wi-Fi there. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, we'll see if it's. I'll see if it's occupied. But all right, I'll try it there for that. Thanks.
Just want to make sure it's good, right?
Yeah, because they're playing a movie, so I don't want this to get copyrighted. So. All right, give me a minute.
Sideways Snick. Oh, there you go. Back to normal again.
Yeah. All right. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna try something.
Gotta experimenting fun.
Okay. I think I'm in luck. Okay. Yep. No one's here, so I have some quiet for now. One decides to come in. Alright. I'll check him in. I'll see if he said it was true and there's Wi-Fi I can connect to. You there?
Yep. Just. We'll be back after these messages. Brought to you by Onions. Onions. They have layers. Not a paid sponsor.
Unfortunately, there's nowhere where I can plug in an outlet and sit down, so I'm gonna just sit on the couch for now. Unfortunately, I might have to stop talking periodically because there's an ice machine that people might want to try to use.
Be like,
okay.
Say, get out of here! I'm recording a video. Rude people. Let's game.
Well, thankfully it's getting late, so I don't think many people will be coming in here. Then again, there is an Xbox One hooked up. I could always try using the USB on there, but
So this is the community room. Let's get that straight.
So how does your love and hate apply to middle school Snick? I guess he's muted.
you know this is bullshit. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Right as I'm about ready to talk, people come in and they're ready to start playing air hockey. Alright. Am I gonna... Because the thing is, I don't want to move around because I'm going to cut out.
Okay.
I know it.
You sound pretty good right now, so... We'll tell your story while you can't do...
Alright, well... Remember, just say something. Just say stop if I start cutting out. Okay? So, essentially, there was a period in middle school when my dad, well, actually, there was a period like late elementary school, early middle school. My dad actually had practice at getting me presents for Valentine's Day. Okay?
Okay.
So, I forget what it was I got. Well, for 5th grade, I had just gotten my PSP. My gram got me 2 PSP games, both of which I don't have anymore. Like, they were Namco Museum and Pirates of the Caribbean, I believe. Namco Museum broke, so I traded it in, and then Pirates I just traded in because I didn't like it. Didn't get much money for them, but that's probably my only regret. But Namco was a lost cause because it was broken.
Okay.
Just trying to think. Then for 7th grade, literally all I got was an electronic toy lightsaber. Because my old channel existed at the time, and I wanted the lightsaber as a prop for the retarded game reviews I was making at the time. And when I say these game reviews were retarded, they were retarded. Like, essentially, it was just me ripping off the AVGN. But because of my misunderstanding of adult terms, let's just say that that's a whole, like, I can discuss those reviews on a whole nother podcast, and it has to be at home. But then 8th grade, I had got my PS3. My dad got me a $50 PSN card. Oh, well, I would like to sit down on the couch, but there's going to be people coming out of the elevator. So, unfortunately, I can't.
It's the thing we have to do.
Yep. But, anyways. So the $50 PSN card, I just spent on I think I spent it on Call of Duty Classic and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The pure irony is that I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at full price, $15. 1 week later, it went on sale for half price. And that's how Schnick learned how to wait for sales.
You're impatient.
Well, for one thing, because of me being raised on the Wii Shop channel, I didn't even know digital sales. I didn't even know sales were a thing. You just had to pay the full price or nothing.
Most of the games I bought in the 90s were garage sale games. Like, my mom garage selling, I saw a lot of Super Nintendo games and NES games there. I'm like, oop, I like that. It's $5. You like?
Oh wow.
Or $10 maybe.
I've gone to my grandma would sometimes take me to sales at like a church, at like numerous churches, and like a few tag sales and garage sales, including a flea market once. The flea market was the only time I ever saw anything game related. And I because I had to stick with her, I couldn't really get a good look at it.
Yeah, if I went to a few flea markets, I can't really explore myself very well. I went to one a few years ago with my friend M. Hauser 321, and he bought, I think he bought Turtles 4 there.
Oh wow, how much was it?
I forget.
Because sometimes some flea markets like can not only follow eBay prices, but sometimes just price it even higher.
Oh yeah, Sparrow's gone to a few yard sales and thrift shops with his aunt.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so overall, how has your Valentine's been over the years?
well, this is where we get to ninth grade, and that's where, because don't forget, by high school I was starting to learn, but like I said, there were some remnants of middle school schnick remaining. Essentially, in ninth grade, Valentine's Day came, and I was waiting for my dad to hand me my Valentine's Day present. Ultimately, the whole day went, and I got nothing. Instead, what happened was, at school, I was shown this stupid website that my mom always bugged me about, because it was a site that was supposed to help me with college selection, even though it was basically I'll tell you one thing that really pissed me. I mean, college is something you gotta do, but I'll admit, the process of registering and getting ready for it, they make it way more complicated than it has to be, and it legit ticked me off. So throughout my high school years, like, our freaking guidance counselors were making us do these annoying steps. And I guess on that particular day, the guidance counselor was walking us through like some shit we had to do to like start getting ready. And I guess some information I guess my mom needed to know what my GPA was or something like that. So eventually, the whole day passes without mention of a Valentine's Day present. And my dad opens the door. He's like, "Hey, Nick." And I thought he was calling me. At first, I got a little excited because I thought he was calling me to go to GameStop or whatever. But no. He's like, "Where's your report card?" With the chewing. And I got pissed off, and I just solemnly told him, "Oh, the report card's right here," or wherever. And then we go to Florida not for Valentine's Day, for February break. That's back when it was a week long.
So was it good grades or bad grades?
Good.
So Florida for vacation?
So we're in Florida on vacation. I'm sitting on the beach behind my mom, and she's talking with one of her good friends at the time, who sadly he died a few years later. But she's discussing with her on the beach, and she notes, "Oh, Alex got to go to Aeropostale for Valentine's Day."
Your sister?
My sister, yeah. So essentially, she got shit, I get no shit, and I actually did I think I did raise a storm with my dad. And so the following year, I rose the storm with my dad. He's like, "Look, we don't have much money, and I can't be wasting it on this." And I'm like, "Well, then why did Alex get shit?" Well, I didn't say it like that. And he's like, "Well, okay, fine. I'll make sure she gets nothing either."
But you still love that.
Well, shockingly, junior year, I got like $50 or something, but that was the last time. Not the most impressive middle school schnick story I know, but it relates to this subject.
Yeah. I've never... sorry.
I'm just saying that nowadays, honestly, I have no regrets not getting Valentine's Day presents that one time in freshman year. Because if I did, I would have blown the money on the Japanese PS1 classic Mega Man games, which I would have rage quit.
Because I don't know why. I just really wanted to play the Mega Man games. And then later that year, I got the Anniversary Collection on PS2, and then I realized how grave my mistake would have been. Because, hey, you get the games for $15 cheap on one PS2 disc, as opposed to blowing like $30 on digital versions that are in Japanese.
Yeah. I've never had a great Valentine's Day. Now you get well, besides the fact, I'm single, so it's besides selling candy, nothing for me to do really. But I have had 3 pretty much bad Valentine's Days.
Yeah.
One in 1986. I was in kindergarten. I came home from like the half day thing. I was an AM kindergartner kid. We had half days, and apparently that day, my mom had her teeth pulled. So she was on, there in the living room, blood dripping out of her mouth still, from the dentist. I'm like, and something I saw when I came home, like, it was that. Let them into my head for a 6-year-old. So, there's that. 2, 1996, 10th grade.
Oh my god, that was the year I was born. So, Schnick coming into the universe cursed your Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Snick. Anyway, yeah, it was the 10th grade, the year of the bully, and they sent me a rose or carnation as a prank.
Always about them pranks.
Yeah, with my friend's name, with my other friend's name on it. So, pretending it was from him. And said I had a gay lover.
Of course. Swear to God.
And then finally in 2000, my dad had a quadruple bypass on Valentine's Day.
So essentially, to you, Valentine's Day is to you what Christmas was to Angry Grandpa.
Yeah.
Because, like, supposedly a bunch of his relatives died. A bunch of bad shit happened to him on or around Christmas. Like, I think back in the 50s or the 60s, I think, like, back in the 50s, his dad got into it around, like, a couple of weeks before Christmas. His dad gets into a car accident that made him a quadriplegic, and that's the main reason why Angry Grandpa was living in poverty for most of his life, because with the main breadwinner crippled, like, there was very little they could do to make money. Then his mom dies around Christmas in 1999. Then, like, a decade or two later, his sister and one of his nieces dies around Christmas, like on like 2 separate occasions, I think. And then, to add further insult to injury, Angry Grandpa himself dies like 2-3 weeks before Christmas.
It's holidays. They're a bitch sometimes. Yeah, my dad. You cut that out for a second. But my dad passed away on Thanksgiving Day, 2013.
day before, the day after my dad's birthday. My gram died on my uncle's birthday, and coincidentally, my birthday's the next day.
That was,
Actually, what?
So that must have been a happy birthday.
Yeah, happy 20th birthday to me. I'm opening her final ever birthday card. Had $100 in it. Tell you one thing, I was thinking twice about spending that $100.
Do you still have it, or would you buy with it?
I bought some games.
Remember which
because, after all, admittedly, that's what she would have wanted for me. She would have wanted me to buy more junk.
Do you remember which games you bought?
One of them was Shrek Treasure Hunt, if you can believe it.
Oh
my god. With that money, I made one of the best Let's Plays.
So thank you to Nick's grandmother.
I'll admit, her best friend, who's basically my current gram in spirit, she gave me $21 for my 21st birthday. She added a sticky note to this single dollar bill, claiming it was quote unquote for good luck. I gave the 20 to my sister to pay off something, but I still have the single, complete with the sticky note. To me, that'll just be a little good luck charm.
Okay.
Yeah. Truth is, my sister had it worse. My gram bought a card for her, but unlike with me, she didn't have time to fill it out. It was literally just a blank card. But curiously, so my uncle's birthday and my birthday are a day apart. In fact, we're almost exactly 30 years apart in age. Truth is, she died late night on my uncle's birthday. So my ma actually had a theory that she knew she wasn't going to make it and chose to intentionally give up. So I wasn't the one that had to deal with it.
So, yeah. That's good. At least you're not cursed for that.
Yeah, like I guess she figured that her son would rather have it as opposed to her grandson. But let's see. Is there any other special days of mine that are tainted? My cousin's birthday's kind of tainted. My old dog died the day after her birthday, but she hated him, so I don't think she cared.
The one that got poisoned by rat poisoning.
The one that I think got poisoned. Yeah, that was him. Actually, that's curious. I shouldn't say she cared because thing is, on the night of her birthday, I called her to express excitement over the job I got on campus. She was telling me, you better keep an eye on your dog because it's not looking good. Are you sure he's okay? And that's when I knew something was wrong. She did not like him at all. She was always calling him insulting nicknames like donkey, horse, mutant. And now suddenly she's expressing concern for him. That's how I knew something was not right.
I do not know how MarioTube makes the chat so clear on his thing.
What do you mean? Oh, wait, you mean the stream chat?
Yeah.
Oh, so it doesn't look clear?
At least not to me, at least.
It looks blurry?
To me, it does.
Or better yet, in the words of my first Photoshop teacher, does it look pixely?
I think it may look a little better now. At least it looks legible now. But I guess Because what else to talk about? We talked about our bad holiday experiences. We talked about our bad, what we hate, what we like. We talked about Nickelodeon and Disney. So, I guess this is gonna be a short episode today.
How long have we gone?
About an hour.
Oh, that's fine.
So, thanks all for tuning in. Sorry if you're a MarioTube fan, you couldn't be here today. He forgot that today was podcast day. And
he got trapped with homework.
And he has projects to do too, so stay tuned for either Friday or Saturday for next episode of the podcast, and also Friday and Saturday for one of Snick's live streams.
Well, it's going to be a long weekend, so I'm probably going to be streaming at least once, twice, maybe 3 times. I might also get back to recording, but we'll see about that.
Who knows? And as always, I got a new catchphrase now, plus my old one. Remember, kids, never stop learning, and enjoy the randomness. I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.